Hello and welcome back everyone to another video. It's been about a month since I last uploaded, and I promised that this next video was going to be Mark 7 GTI review of the tune and drivability of stuff, like actually driving the car. But I started focusing heavily on the Z recently, so this video, the Z is finally back, and it's completely revived. So we're going to get into the intro and we'll go over the car in the garage. Alright, so before we get too ahead of ourselves here, I did take some iPhone shots when I was reassembling the car, or actually the car before. I reassembled it. Now, it's missing some crucial parts. The car looked like this initially. Here's the picture. It looked like that for about 4 months while I worked on getting everything else sorted on the car. Again, here's the iPhone clip. I'm just going to voice over while I talk. But this is what the car looked like, again, for about a month and a half as we kind of wrapped up getting the kit finished and painted in all of its glory. And now that you've seen all of that, I'm ready to show you the car. We went back to the original blue. The car is fully painted now, which is huge. I'm very excited to not be in a wrapped car anymore. Yeah, I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna get some B-roll going here. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm stoked on how this came out.
Ooh, hop in that motherfucking phone, and that motherfucker be wrong. Big gun, big yeah, strong. City to city, I'm torn. The Cardi, I'm ready to pour. I love my diamond that gone. Fucking your bitch, yeah, she left in the morning. I get that motherfucking Ike. I told your bitch to come try. Pass me the motherfucking mic. I'm in the lobby, I'm pipe. I told that bitch to come pipe. So they won't fuck on the pipe. What? Shawty gon' lick on the pipe. I got this strap like a dot. I got this strap, don't fight.
There you go. The car is completely refreshed. Completely refreshed is a bit of an exaggeration. The bodywork and paint on the car is done. Just know none of this would have been possible without my buddy Gary. He is fantastic. I'll put his Instagram up here. This is his personal account here, and then this is his actual business side where he does all of his bodywork and paint. He hooked it up and was very patient with me, and I was, gave me the grace to make this happen. This is the OEM color. This car is Daytona Blue originally, which is a very expensive and hard to match color apparently, because we spent about a good few weeks just going back and forth on kind of what we wanted to do with everything. And then he did actually have to layer the paint itself pretty thick to get the match good. And the entire car right now is super dirty. The body panels that he painted are super clean, so that might be throwing some of the video off, but just know that the car is really dirty. It's been sitting for a while, and then all this new aero is all clean. So this is the same kit that I was running last time when it was green. It is the Ings front bumper Type E, so the long nose staple of this car. And then in the rear, we have the VIS Racing extended Nismo rear bumper, which looks amazing. That bumper did have some pretty heavy damage, and it still doesn't fit perfect, but that's not Gary's fault or anyone's fault. That bumper was split, previously repaired, and then repaired again after I put it about a mile down the highway. So all things considered, that turned out great. And then we also did, or he did, I just was there listening and he was advising me, but we did a two-tone, so we have the black obviously to match like the actual Nismo bumpers, even though those are gray. And then some small details. We re-cleared the wing. The wing does have some pretty extensive damage underneath, but if you can see, there is a blue, I'll grab my phone, hold on, let me show you this. Favorite parts, this was on his advice, but as you guys can see in the clear on the wing, we have Daytona Blue Flake and Pearl, which is awesome. That turned out insanely good. It really shines in the sun. And then on our brackets here as well, you can see we have the same Daytona Blue Flake in it, which is awesome. Again, in the sun, the bracketry and the wing dance like crazy. The winglets also, we cleared over the stickers that I had in here, but it also has that kind of blue flake with a darker edge around the winglet, which is super sick. We were talking and it kind of reminds us of like the, of like a black tip fin shark or whatever, and it looks sick. Turned out really good. And then he also because when I was pulling the wrap off, the front right fender got damaged. The paint literally peeled back, probably from years of abuse on the streets, and then on top of that, the wrap it's OEM paint on fender, so it's probably pretty thin. Just literally peeled it off the corner. But he absolutely killed it and blended this. It basically ripped back this entire front section of paint, and he blended this entire fender so well. And it also pulled paint up here on the edges, so he got all this amazingly well blended. And the hood should be able to show you, but it matches the blue so goddamn well. I'm so ecstatic on it. Now, another small detail, this was all him again. He just wanted to like kind of do his thing. But again, Daytona blue flake and pearl over black on the canards up front. It does look like a different shade of blue, but that's on purpose. It is the same blue, so once this is in the sun again, you kind of see the pearls like bounce off each other and it looks crazy. And again, this is over black paint, so it's in the clear. Love that. It's a small detail that he did, and I freaking love it. And then also, car is now sitting on new wheels. We have Work Emotion XT7s. One of my grail wheels. They look so good. We got a 265 40/18 in the rear right now with no spacer. That is just temporary, so I can drive the car without the spacer. We do have spacers that pull the wheel out a little bit more. And I will be downsizing the tire to a still 265, but a 35 ZR18. So I have a little bit less sidewall because these are Pilot Sports in the rear. And that is a chunky boy, and it looks sick. But when I have the spacer on to bring it a little bit more flush with the fender, it rubs crazy, like the fender sits on the tire. So new tires will solve that. In the front, we just have a 245 40/18 up front, which is totally fine. No complaints about that. But overall, man, this thing looks absolutely crazy. I am so stoked on this. The car still does need to be cut and buffed and then polished, which I guess is the same thing, but still need to wash it. I haven't done my first wash on the car because I was so ecstatic and looking at it, and I took it out for the first time in 6 months almost, which is crazy. But some other things to do. The car still has lifter tick, so that needs to be addressed at some point, but it's got fresh oil in it. I would like to do a bigger radiator, oil cooler. I still need to do some modifications to the angle kit that's on the car. I'm going to add a little bit more Ackerman into it because the GK Tech kit has adjustable Ackerman on the car that you can, it's basically like a insert that you can flip for more Ackerman. So we're gonna do that because I think that will help with some angle at lock, or just help trailing wheel mainly, but trailing, and it'll help parallel up the front wheels when it's actually in a slide. So that I want to change. I still want to do lower control arms. There's a bunch of small things we still got to do mechanically on this car, but having it aesthetically back into a good state, especially painted, is huge. If you guys are wondering, these are the stock side skirts that I put back on the car. The car did have KBD Nismo Type 2 side skirts, but I will be doing something to those side skirts because it is obviously, you have a low front end now because of the bumper, and then the rear comes down quite a bit. So we do have some Maxton design side splitter extensions, or side skirt splitter extensions. I don't know how to word that, but they will add onto this and bring it down a little bit. The reason I wanted to go back to the OEM side skirts was A, they were already painted Daytona blue. B, they mount way better than KBD with OEM clips, obviously, and hardware. And these extensions that we're getting from Maxton, they're being made right now in Poland. Last update I got on them is that they're like 3 to 4 weeks out, so like another month. But they kind of look like Nismo side skirts a little bit, but not exact. And I think they're a little bit more aggressive, so it'll add to obviously the entire package we got going on here with the canards and the wing and all that. So I'm pretty stoked on that. But yeah, that's the Z. It's back. It's been in hibernation for way too long, and I wanted to share it with you guys because I'm so stoked on it. Oh, and I showed it in the B-roll, but I totally forgot to mention, it's got a Nismo exhaust on it now, a proper real Nismo exhaust. It is so quiet. It sounds amazing. I somehow made a Z not sound like shit, but you can definitely hear the lifter tick more now because the car is quiet. But it's awesome. I'm digging it a lot. It's almost too quiet. It's kind of hard to hear the revs, but also it doesn't matter that much because you can still feel what the car is doing. But it does sound really good from the outside, and that's what matters. It's not very trumpety at all. So who knew? OEM parts on an OEM style setup, they don't suck. It's better than a loud VQ. So anyways, that's where the Z's been. I wanted to give you guys this update because I felt like I owed it to you. The car just turned out so good, and I'm Still over the moon. I've been staring at this thing all day, and I literally just got it back together this morning with all the new hardware on the wing, so yeah, I'm pretty stoked. This is pretty cool. But yeah, we got more videos coming. If you guys want to check out some more stuff, last video we reviewed the tune on the Golf. I finally tuned my Mark 7 GTI. It's been a while now, but last video was going over that, and we will get some drivability of that so you guys can see some real life driving and just kind of how it performs on a tune. But yeah, if you guys want to see any more cool videos, we got a lot of drifting stuff, a lot of building stuff, a lot of me talking in my garage to myself, but to you guys. So it's all on the channel. Thank you for watching. That's my Silly Z. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.